30 minutes of apologies, 3 hours of sleep, and 13 hours of altitude. Flying with Japan Airlines definitely had its ups and downs. From the moment I took my window seat next to my potential new best friend, everything became real. This blue-eyed Texan, stained with a smile, seen by everyone he towered over, was going to Japan. Unsure if she spoke English, or if anyone spoke English, there was no going back, and that was the best part. My mumbling through overly polite greetings in Japanese brought a soft smile to my curious seatmate. Quick questions kept me on my toes as I fumbled through my thoughts, translating each response until I reached the limit of my vocabulary. I could feel my face becoming flushed until my honest confusion was welcomed by a laugh leading to her perfect English. Her compliments on my pronunciation of her native language meant the world to me. And this was just the first few minutes of our time together. After 10 hours of movies and stories, she accidentally spilled her tea on my sweatpants. I was too excited, being so close to Japan, to bat an eye. This was not the case for my new friend or the 3 flight attendants, who immediately brought me full-size towels. I couldn't find a way to get across that it really was okay, but my friend didn't feel better about it until she forced me to take money by stuffing it in my bag. We said our goodbyes after grabbing our luggage, and she wished me well. While standing in line, I reached into my bag, expecting to pull out around $10, but couldn't stop shaking my head once I realized that she had given me 10,000 yen, roughly 100 US dollars. This was my first taste of the unbelievably caring culture that I had ventured out to experience. I had always grown up with the idea of Southern hospitality, but with each bow and conversation, these qualities were drawn out of me even more. Japanese culture always had the core values that I admired and saw were represented in the language as I studied it the past 2 years. Once in Japan, I felt the importance in speaking the language with formal tense in the right situations of daily life, and loved the mutual respect that came out of it. Our traditions became blended as my birthday came within the last few weeks of the trip. To celebrate, my friends and I hiked to see Fushimi Inari Taisha Shrine, which is home to the Thousand Gates. We rounded off the day with dinner at a place with only a single item on the menu, and a mini fireworks celebration while wearing our yukatas, a traditional Japanese outfit. We were bringing together my favorite traditions and celebrating a birthday with people just as passionate as I am about Japanese culture. My Asian friends asked me if I felt uncomfortable being stared at for wearing the yukata, but the honest answer was always no. It felt right. But before the day ended, my friends made me feel even more at home by surprising me with the birthday cake and singing America's traditional birthday song. It was a day I'll never forget, created by kindness that I can never thank them enough for. There were so many moments in Japan I would just sit there in awe of the things that were so kind, yet common. Seeing children, as well as adults, help older people out without being asked, it seriously blew my mind. People giving up their seats on the bus without hesitation and bowing in mutual respect at every opportunity. Our group found ourselves embracing this kind of attitude that Japanese society embodies. Excessively thanking and apologizing was the norm until I landed back in Los Angeles. Here I decided to have my first American meal in 5 weeks. Along with an American meal came an American waitress. This waitress was caught off guard when I greeted her with a bow. It had become second nature to me. I tried to play it off like a random stretch, then I laughed it off to my sleep-deprived self once she left. I felt out of place, and I liked it. Everyone else in the airport agreed with that once I went to the bathroom to change into my yukata to surprise my family. The shorter plane ride back brought the whole trip full circle. No tea was spilt on this plane ride, but I was now the one being asked by my seatmate about Japan. When I landed, I was thrown off by the full family of blue eyes staring back at me. The physical and cultural differences I brought to Japan were different to me now as I experienced them back home. More than anything, when I look back on this trip, I don't see the places or the foods, although amazing. I see the people that made Japan home to me. From flights to hikes, laughs to lessons, and celebrations to goodbyes, this trip made me want to embody their core values. With thoughts of them in mind, every day I honor the respect, kindness, and selflessness I was shown.